Is 6 minutes and 27 seconds too long for a rock song? Well, did you know that the original version of Paranoid Android was in fact 14 minutes long, over twice as long, and it ended with a huge epic organ solo by Johnny Greenwood. So be grateful, it's only 6 minutes and 27 seconds long. Hello, my name's Greg Harradine, I'm a composer, and in this episode of Good Art, Bad Art, I'll be discussing Paranoid Android and answering the question, why is it so freaking magnificent? Because it is, isn't it? A fantastic song. Thank you to Ozzy Castle, a young English pianist, for suggesting this song. Now, I'm going to only talk for 6 minutes and 27 seconds, the length of the song, and share my thoughts on it. And let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, please. So one of the reasons I think it's so good is by the fact that it is through composed. What does that mean? It means that as the song progresses, it doesn't just use a normal song structure of like verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, whatever. It keeps going into different sections, yeah? In Paranoid Android, we have this first section, yeah, section A, if you like, in G minor, yeah, with some nice, interesting chords thrown in there that modulate a little bit, but it's in G minor. Then eventually we get into a totally different section, yeah, which is in A minor. Ambition makes you look pretty ugly, etc., etc. Kicking, squealing, Gucci little piggy, with some great guitar work there, and some bars in 7/8. Yeah, breaking from the 4/4, we get just a few bars of 7/8 there in the B section. Then the C section, which is all the sort of monastic vocal harmonies, contrapuntal vocal writing. Yeah, so we're moving on. Only at the very end do we get a repetition of a section, but it goes back to the B section. So one of the reasons it's great, it's through composed. People often compare this song to Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean, they're very different songs, but they are both through composed. And they compare it to Happiness is a Warm Gun by the Beatles. Another reason people make this comparison is all these songs are kind of stitched together from various bits of songs that the band members had been writing. They're kind of Frankenstein's monsters, right? Of stitched together sections of songs. And you can kind of tell, but they all work. They all do work. Simon Williams, a music journalist, has described this song very well. He says it's like a plump man sprawled on a small sofa. I love that. He's also said it sounds a bit like Bohemian Rhapsody played backwards by a bunch of Vietnam vets high on King's Cross quality crack. Now, I don't have much experience with crack, but I guess it used to be that the best stuff was in King's Cross. Yes. Anyway, lyrically, it's weird, isn't it? What's this song about? It's open to different interpretations. Tom York has said a few things. He said that he was on a night out in LA, I think, and he just encountered some rather unsavory individuals, shall we say, in a bar. And especially this one woman who, I think they were all high on cocaine, according to Tom York. Don't know if he was high on cocaine, but the other people were. And this one woman had a drink spilled on her, and how she reacted was so violent and inhuman and awful. It just shocked him. Yeah, it really shocked him. And he's also said this song is just about chaos, about utter fucking chaos. Yes. The harmonies and the melodies are so good, aren't they? I've counted up how many chords are in this song. Sometimes a great song just needs 2 or 3 chords. That can be enough. But sometimes the obverse is true, right? This song has over 25 different chords. Yeah, over 25 chords. That's a lot. And it's, like I said, it's in these different keys. It's in G minor, next section's in A minor, next section's in C minor, and then D minor. So lots of harmonic shifting. And the vocals just work so well around the chords. Tom York often lands on notes that are a bit uncomfortable with the chord, suspended notes, right? And then do they resolve to the chord? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. A lot of the time he's singing a very syncopated vocal melody, right? Like at the start, I won't try to sing, but if we have the beat, he's going Please could you stop the noise? I'm trying to get some rest. You see, all those words are off the beat. Yeah, they're all off the beat. Beautiful up and down vocal melody there. And he does a nice thing of starting off rising and falling vocal melody, but then when he's singing "What's This?", he just stays on a long note instead. Yeah. And the guitar work, yeah, Johnny Greenwood's guitar work, just magnificent. The variety of tones, of guitar tones, of the different timbres of the guitar work. And not just Johnny Greenwood, of course. Tom York played acoustic guitar on this song, and Ed O'Brien, of course, played guitar too. But just magnificently put together. Weirdly, Radiohead passed me by as a teenager. I was aware of them, but I just, for whatever reason, didn't sit down and listen to their albums. And still, I haven't delved into their catalogue massively. Obviously, I've heard lots of their most famous songs. But let me know, what else should I be listening to? Yeah, what would get me more into Radiohead? Because I think this song is fantastic. I'm going to give it a score out of 100. The score I give it is 89 out of 100. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I've been Greg Harradine. Let me know what I should look at next. Yeah, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you very much, and please tune in next time to the next episode of Good Art, Bad Art.